Hi, I'm SharRon Jamison, and I am the CEO and the founder of the Jamison Group. And I am so excited about continuing our important conversation about friends. Because let's face it, we all need friends. We all need to feel connected. We all need to feel a sense of belonging. But we all also want to make sure that we are developing and cultivating friendships that are fruitful and never fatal. We want friendships that help us soar and not sink. We want relationships that help us be the highest and the best version of ourselves. And so we know that friendships are not only critical, but they are vital and valuable to our life. So I want to talk about principle number 5. As we know before, and as I said before, FRIENDS is an acronym that highlight or spotlight the principles that I believe are critical and crucial to developing healthy, productive, prosperous, and profitable relationships. And so today I want to talk about principle number 5, which means that we are on the letter N. And that means that the letter N stands for the principle of non judgment. The principle of non judgment. And the principle of non judgment says that I can ask for what I need and I can be who I am. And you can also ask for what you need and be who you are without rebuke, without rejection, and without ridicule. We can ask for what we need and be who we are without rebuke, without rejection, and without ridicule. So we all need that space. We all need a healthy, safe, sacred space where we can be who we are called to be. We all need a sacred, safe space where we can share our struggles, but also share our successes. Because oftentimes it's easy to share where we fail, but sometimes relationships get frayed and frazzled and fractured when we share in places where we are winning. And we need to have a place where we can not be just helped when we are in the midst of adversity, but we need places where we feel celebrated and affirmed. We need to be cheered for. We need to be applauded. We need all those wonderful things that we never get from the society, but we need it from our core. We need it from our friendships. We need it from our inner circle. So, what does non judgment encompass? What does non judgment provide for us so that we can be the best and the highest version of ourselves? I believe that non judgment provides a place for us to receive the feedback that we need because we all have blind spots. We all need insight from other people. We all need people to speak into our lives, and we all need people to listen to us. So I want you to write these 3 down. If you have the worksheet in front of you, that non judgment provides a place of empathy. And empathy means that I don't feel for you, which is sympathy, but I feel with you. It means that you are able to step into the shoes of another person and hear their experience from their perspective, from their context, from their culture, from their conditioning. So often we want to hear a person's perspective, but we want to filter it through our eyes and filter it through our experiences and filter it through our context. And then we miss the opportunity to be totally present to a person's unique understanding and their unique experience. So we need non-judgment spaces, which I believe are sacred spaces, where we can be empathetic to a person's experience, to a person's expression, to a person's understanding of the world and not filter it. And we don't want to be in a relationship where if a person shares their experience, we always have to outdo them. I really become uncomfortable when I'm with a person and I share my experience and they have to one up me meaning that if I lose 10 pounds, they lost 12 pounds. If I have a bad situation with my son, they have something more terrible happening to them. If I win $10, they have to win $11. We all have had that experience when we had someone that when we shared our experience, it didn't matter if it was painful or great, they always had to one up us. So we don't want to one up our friends. We want to be empathetic. We want to listen. We want to listen to learn and not listen to leverage or to respond. And so we want to make sure that we provide a space that people can tell us how they feel, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, without us judging them or without filtering their information or their experience through our bias or our filters. The second factor of non-judgment is acceptance. And I want to make sure we are clear that acceptance does not mean approval. We can accept someone's life and their lifestyle and their opinions without approving them ourselves, and that's called spiritual maturity. That's called emotional intelligence. That's called emotional agility. When you can accept someone, accept their perspective, and accept where they are in life without approving it. But we also want to make sure that in acceptance, we affirm a person. We affirm them for who they are. For example, that might look like, I really appreciate you sharing that with me, and I really appreciate your strength and your tenacity to stand in your power and to stand in your clarity. So that's how we can accept someone and affirm them. We don't have to approve them, but we can accept that they are doing who they authentically are, and accept the power and the courage and the strength it takes to be their distinctive and unique self. So that's accept. And then we want to provide a room for reassurance. Now, what does that mean? That means that we can be so non-judgmental that we can allow someone to room to be who they are, and reassure them that they are okay. I can tell you, we go through life never feeling accepted and never feeling reassured that we are okay. Because even if you disagree with a person, judging them and criticizing them is not going to make them change. It's going to make them resent you and resist you, because we resist people that we feel don't love us. And so if you want a person to listen to you and not resist you and not reject you, why don't we reassure them that who they are is special, and who they are is important. And then by reassuring them, we open the door for them to listen to us, and we open the door for them to hear a different opinion. Again, we want to provide room for a person to be who they are and give them some reassurance so that they will not resist us, but be open to what we have to say. But they can only be open to us if we're open to them. So we want to ask ourselves, are we providing non-judgmental spaces so that people can be honest and share who they are, that people can be vulnerable, that people can be transparent, that people can own all of who they are without risking or feeling that they have to hide and pretend and protect themselves. It's really up to us to do that. But we also want to make sure that we select the right people, because some people can't handle all of you. Some people don't have the emotional wherewithal to handle your secrets and handle confidentiality. Some people do not have the emotional strength or the intellectual horsepower to accept all of who you are. So we have to be discerning and have some discretion of what we share and who we share with. But non-judgment is important. So when you're thinking about your relationships, ask yourself, are you providing a space in an ear, empathy, acceptance, reassurance, spells ear, that allows people to be open to you and share with you? I hope that helps. I look forward to coming back and sharing more.